So you're at this big event and you've got one camera to film with. You want it to look professional. Let me show you how to do it. Welcome back, guys. This is James Rodney Jones here, and this is Beyond the Tube. So I recently was at a groundbreaking ceremony that my church had. We're fixing to build a new building, and all I had was my phone. And I wish I would have had several different cameras and things. I could have done so many different things, but I used some tips that I want to share with you on how I got the look of multiple cameras and made things look a little more professional, even though I only had the one phone. So let's look at it. All right, guys, so here is some footage from a groundbreaking ceremony that I've dropped into my app here. And you can see as I'm scrolling across, okay, right here you can see I moved the camera. Now, if we watch this, I'm gonna really zoom in this so we can see what I'm doing here.
When we're united, we accomplish much. When we are both united and anointed, we can accomplish anything. For with God, nothing shall be impossible.
All right, so you can see that the audio, you hear the audio all the way through the pan, but I did the pan really fast over to people listening, and then I panned quickly back. Now, the reason why I use that technique is because I can do this right here. Let's scrub all the way back to right before it pans away from him. So you can see right there, you see how it's starting to move? So I want to get right before it moves to about right there. Oh, forgot I didn't have it highlighted. Hang on a second, guys. You'll see it right. Okay, you see how I'm moving to the right? So I'm going to split the track. Now, I want to go over here, and you got the pan, and right after the track gets back and stops moving, I want to split the track again. So the pan started at this first split and it ended at the last split. And what we're going to do now, on some PC software that I use, you could actually see the audio track and the video track, and you can ungroup them. In this particular app, in the CyberLink Power Director, what you can do is you can duplicate it, and you've created two of the exact same. This portion and this portion are the exact same thing. And the cool thing is I can drop it one time down and it converts it to audio, that duplicate. Now what I can then do is move it and synchronize it to the other video. Now we want to take this video and mute the volume. So now what you're actually hearing is this bottom track. The top track, you're hearing this track, but the top track is muted. But it's synced, so when you hear between the difference,
we are both united,
you don't hear no difference.
Anointed.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this track and find where it stops panning, and it stays on the people, and it snaps it back. Now, as you can see now, it's pulling all this back up here, and it's overlapping with our audio, and so that's going to be two different audios going. We don't want that, but we're going to fix that. Watch this. So we're going to come up here right to the end, and we're going to pull this back to right where they stop. It stops panning away. And as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 seconds that it's overlapping. That's 3 seconds. It was a second and a half to pan over and a second and a half to pan back. Now, I could have probably done it even quicker than that in real time. Now, all I got to do is go over here to my speed. I'm going to slow this track down, try to find where I can get the right number here, and it's kind of tricky to find that spot where it is just where I need it. Let's see here.
Nothing shall be impossible.
All right, so that's a little short. I need to stretch it a little bit more. Let's go to speed and go. All right, so the one thing I can do is it's a little long, but then I can pull it back and I just lose a little footage. But once I get that to the same length, just give me a second here. We'll get it to the same length one way or the other. Now listen to it and watch this.
When we are both united and anointed, we can accomplish anything. For with God, nothing shall be impossible.
So right there, guys, that shows you just one idea, and there's other places in this video that I can jump to show you that technique. But basically, you just, while you're filming, quickly turn to the audience. Quickly turn to something that would be considered B-roll that is not the main theme or the main thing that you're looking at. In this sense, the pastor is the main thing we're looking at. And since people are just standing there watching, then it was easy to just stretch that video out a little bit. And even though it's a little bit slower, you really cannot tell it. Well, I hope this helps, guys, and gives you some ideas of how you can film in a specific manner that can actually make you feel like you have multiple cameras when you cut it together. Till next time, guys, God bless.